It's Best Music Magic 89.9. Another round of interviews from home, everyone. My name is Migs Santillan, and today we are being joined by a fantastic singer, songwriter, producer, and in all essence, a one-man band. You may know him as Sloan Christian Strobel from Aledo, Texas, but you might know him even better as the one and only guy that makes your day because he makes it shine and glow, Dayglow. Hey, man, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. That was a wonderful introduction.
Thank you. I mean, a wonderful man deserves a wonderful introduction over there. So, by the way, just a little bit of belated congratulations on the first anniversary of your marriage to Reagan. I know you guys got married last year, May 28th.
Yes.
I have stalked you well enough.
Man, you have. Yeah. Thank you.
And of course, just want to ask, how are things going? How are you doing? And where are you talking to us from right now?
Yeah, I'm doing really good. Thanks for asking. I am currently in my studio, which is a spare bedroom in my house. So yeah, I mean, it's a small little room, but this is where I make all my music, where I made my album coming out. Yeah. And I'm in Austin, Texas right now, where we live.
Well, not too far from home base, I see.
Yeah, not too far.
So hang on. So that studio right now, that's where all the magic happens.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
yeah.
Honestly, I cannot wait for the album to come out. I believe it's coming out October 7th this year, right? People in Motion?
Yes. Yeah. October 7th. I am so incredibly excited. It's going to be really fun to finally put it out. Yeah.
Man, I guarantee you a lot of us can't wait for it to come out. So since this is your first interview with us here on Magic 89.9, gotta say though, before we get into it, I really love your stuff, dude. Like, I'm such a fan of your sound in general because there's something very, very nostalgically 80s about it and dude, I'm a sucker for that particular decade.
For sure. Oh, me too. Thank you. Yeah, I mean that's definitely the goal. With the music that I make. So I'm glad that it works.
So big question here though is how did you get started creating music and with your whole career and everything, what was the catalyst for all of it coming together?
Man, I guess that'd be a long answer. I mean, I started making music when I was like 10. So like I got introduced to GarageBand, that like Apple app. And I treated it kind of like a video game. So like my friends would be playing, I don't know, Halo or something. And I played with GarageBand and it first off felt like a game, and then it became this like hobby and then this outlet. And I just made music pretty much every day since I was like 10. And I've just been obsessed with the process of recording and writing and making music. And at some point people started tagging along and now they're listening to my music, but really nothing's changed. Like I'm still completely myself. And yeah, I'm a huge nerd about recording music. So that's what it's all about for me.
You can hear it in the production that you're really a huge nerd about it because everything is so well put together. Dude,
Thank you.
Like, believe me, every time someone says they're a nerd about something, you know something good is gonna come out about that. Honestly, like
Sure.
when you say your friends are playing Halo, they would probably say they were Halo nerds, and they're probably really good at doing battles right now. But man, working on GarageBand just from very humble beginnings, dude, like I have to admit, I am mind blown because everything seemed like even the earliest stuff sounds very professional grade, very studio grade, and it's kind of never stopped. If you like listening to your whole discography, it just kind of
thank you,
still has that perfect sound in it. So
yeah,
given that you had your humble beginnings in GarageBand, which still, by the way, still blows my mind. What are the origins though of Dayglow as a concept and as a name? I know, like I read somewhere online that you don't consider yourself a solo artist, even if you do pretty much everything under the Dayglow brand. So how did that all start?
Sure. Yeah. So I was making music kind of aimlessly, like in high school, and I didn't really think of myself as like a career musician. Like I never thought I would be. So I never really thought about what I was doing, but I started putting music out on like SoundCloud. And so in order to do that, I wanted to have like a band name. And an artist that I love is Tame Impala. And you know,
Ooh.
Tame Impala is one person. And so I was like, well, I need a band made name to hide behind. So there's a song that's called Dayglow, by an artist named Brazos. Dayglow is spelt differently. And I
Yeah.
just like didn't want to overthink the name, thought it sounded cool. And yeah, I just went with Dayglow. And yeah, I wanted to make music that could be played. I think a lot of times with creativity, it's good to have limitations. And so when recording and making like Dayglow songs, I wanted them to be able to be played live by a band. I didn't have a band yet. I was, you know, still alone in high school, in a small town. But eventually I found my band who plays with me now, kind of in college. I kind of met them all around Austin. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's like, it's definitely me making all the music, and I definitely write everything. It feels really personal. But I think there's something special about just having external, because it allows the listener to take it more personally. Like if the songs were by Sloan Struble, then like it's not really like as personal. It feels like they're listening to my story. But if
Mhm.
it's not my name and it's Dayglow, then it's kind of like our story, you know? So
I honestly love that explanation because it made so much sense.
okay, I'm glad.
No,
Yeah.
because like the fact that you mentioned that, you know, it becomes more relatable as a band as opposed to just a solo story. That's something, that's an angle I never expected at all
Yeah. Yeah.
from
Well,
doing this.
that's my story. Yeah.
Dude, that's honestly like that's such a great way of thinking about the music. And honestly, also I didn't know Tame Impala was just like a one-man band. I did not know that. So you just gave
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
like
It's one
information.
guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kevin Parker. He writes, and I think he has someone help him mix the songs,
Mhm.
but he like produces them himself in his room, which that music just sounds huge, you know,
Speaking of
crazy.
sounding huge as well, like I said, I'm such a massive fan of your particular sound. And, you know, I just want to ask what inspired your sound and how did you come up, you know, or at least how did you come up with the particular sound for Dayglow? Because I would describe it as music I would honestly listen to on long road trips because it sounds very wanderlusty. That's at least how
Mhm.
I visualize it, like from the sonic aspect.
Yeah,
So how
yeah.
did that come together?
Um, I think a couple of things. Like, I'm really influenced by a lot of like early 2010s indie bands like MGMT or Phoenix, Two Door Cinema Club, stuff like that. But I also love like all the 80s pop hits and stuff. So like, you know, Paul Simon or Tears for Fears and bands like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a blend of all those things. But I think as far as like the wanderlust aspect of it, I would rather make happy music than sad music, you know? Like if I have to tour it and play it all the time, I'd rather it be a good vibe, you know? Yeah, it's kind of just like a logical decision on my end.
Thank goodness for that because man,
Yeah.
like I've gone through my share of concerts where all the songs are very sad and like down tempo. I'm just like, I am why am I crying? I'm supposed to be crying tears of joy, not
Yeah.
just crying.
Yeah, paying a ticket to cry, it's a strange thing. But then again, there's like, you know, there's a time and place for that. So I just didn't felt a personal responsibility to provide that experience for anyone.
Yeah, I do get that though because it's nice when you have like that interlude song in a set where you know you get your audience crying and brawl and bawling, but when it's
Mhm.
like that the whole time, I'm just like, hang on, I could have gone to therapy for this, not a concert. Would have paid a bit less too.
Sure.
So, with your latest single out right now, Then It All Goes Away, it is a lead single off your upcoming album, People in Motion, again, out October 7th. What are the origin stories of Then It All Goes Away? Because I love the pianos and I love the synth stabs in it. I love just basically everything about it. And you know, again, it's actually like a sadder song disguised as a slightly happier song. But what was the origin story of Then It All Goes Away?
Yeah, I had just come home from a tour.
Mhm.
It was my European tour, so like this spring. I just gotten home, and I felt like there's a song like missing in the set that we were playing. And so I just came home to my studio and wanted to make a song that just felt really good to play live. Like it felt like it would fit in a Dayglow show. So that was kind of the original goal, is just make a really good high energy live song. And so yeah, with that goal in mind, I made the song in like one day essentially.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I made it really fast, and it happened really naturally. Like I hadn't written anything in a while, and yeah, just came out of me. It was fun.
Well, I hear it though. Like I hear the fun aspect of it being in live performances because it has a catchy callback kind of chorus,
Hmm.
and I can't wait actually to see you perform that song live, especially here.
Yeah.
Like whenever you're gonna be in Southeast Asia, I can't wait to see Dayglow live because again, like you do have the band
Wow.
right now, the touring band and everything.
Yeah, I know. So hopefully soon. I mean, we're working on it. I'm already doing so many shows right now, but I'm talking to my booking agents and hoping that we can make it work.
I am hoping you can make it work as well. And speaking of that as well, how does it feel being back on the road doing shows?
It's amazing. Yeah, it's like really busy, and it's a mixture of every emotion every day. So it's really like it makes you grow up. So it's really fun. Yeah.
No, but really, like just getting out on the road after 2 years of nothing. Oh man, dude. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, and we're hitting it hard. So it's been eye-opening for sure.
and given that as well, I'm sure you've been performing songs from your, upcoming album on your shows.
A
Or have
couple.
you?
We've been playing Then It All Goes Away, but I'm kind of keeping all the other ones secret for the fall tour. So um, yeah, I'm releasing another song this month at the middle of this month. I think
Ooh.
that I'm not sure what day. So I don't know if I can announce that yet, but I am. But other than that, we are like kind of keeping the other songs secret. Yeah.
All right, but without trying too much into this, since you have to keep, well, I get the secret aspect, surprise everybody with what you've got in store. Without prying too much, though, what would you say is your favorite track from your upcoming album?
Mm,
If you can mention it, that is,
I
and
guess
why?
it really does depend. I mean, this album is really diverse. I think it has a lot of different elements to it. But the opening track is called Second Nature.
Ooh.
And yeah, it's like just really, really fun, really danceable. It was a definite statement track for me. Like, I think it's really going to show my skills as a producer and just like an artist. And it's going to be really fun to play live. So yeah, that's probably all I can say, but it's a really fun song.
I mean, if based on what you just said earlier, it literally is your second nature.
Yeah.
Playing it a fun song that's fun to play live called Second Nature, dude. Like it's basically a song that's about Dayglow and performing.
Definitely. Definitely.
So given all of this, and given that you're back on the road, you're back on tour, and you have an album coming out, what is next for Dayglow? Besides single,
Man,
that
I
is.
mean, beyond those things, I mean, who knows? That'll be like 3 years from now once I'm,
Okay.
done touring, these albums are out and stuff. Man, I don't know. I guess more music. I mean, I'm always making music, and yeah, so I'm sure it'll all be out. I don't have anybody keeping me from releasing songs or something. So yeah, more music, more shows, rock and roll, man.
I mean, given that, I'd say you have more people encouraging you to make more music.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And of course, I mean, you haven't stopped making music since all the way back as Kindred. So, man, there's no stopping this train over here. So, before I let you go, Sloan, any final words for your fans out here in the Philippines?
Um, I want to come to the Philippines as soon as possible. It is far away from home, but I'm gonna make it work soon. So hang in there, and we'll be hanging out soon enough. Yeah.
Man, I am excited for that. Again, Sloan Dayglow, thank you so much for joining us here on Magic 89.9 today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
For sure, man. And of course, guys, don't forget, Then It All Goes Away is playing every day here on Magic 89.9. Don't forget to vote for it. Make it jump up on the charts. And of course, don't forget the album as well is dropping October 7th. This year, People in Motion. And don't forget as well about that surprise single, not so much of a surprise anymore, coming in the middle of this month. Once again, folks, my name is Migs Santillan, and you are tuned in to today's best music right here on Magic 89.9.